Updated January 20, 2019 1 hour 21 minutes and 44 seconds. It took until 12:34 a.m. Melbourne time for Lucas Pouille to finally douse the spirited challenge of Alexei Popyrin in 5 tight sets, as the 19-year-old again underlined his enormous potential in an absorbing contest at the Australian Open. Key points. Alexei Popyrin fought back from 2 sets down against Frenchman Lucas Pouille. Popyrin and Alex Bolt were the last remaining Australians in the men's main draw. World number 1 Simona Halep will play 7-time champion Serena Williams in the women's 4th round. There is no question the Sydney-born Popyrin is a star on the rise, having pushed the 29th-seeded Frenchman to a 7-6, 7-3, 6-3, 6-7, 10-12, 4-6, 6-3 victory across 3 hours and 43 minutes in what was the last match to finish at Melbourne Park. And only 24 hours after Rafael Nadal predicted an amazing future for another Australian 19-year-old, Alex Popyrin, similar plaudits will be handed to the laid-back Popyrin. The wildcard, ranked 149 in the world, came back from 2 sets down to force a 5th and fought to the end, having had a break point when the Frenchman served for the match at 5-3. He also saved a match point in the 3rd set when Pouille held the ascendancy. Popyrin's exit means there are no Australians remaining in the men's draw, with Alex Bolt having departed the tournament only hours earlier. Pouille, who reached the top 10 in March last year, deserved his victory, especially as he put pressure on the Popyrin serve, which is a developing weapon for the young Australian. But there was so much upside to Popyrin's performance, which was witnessed by Serena Williams' coach Patrick Mouratoglou, who was sitting with his camp in Margaret Court Arena, as well as Australia's Davis Cup captain Lleyton Hewitt. While he can dictate points from the baseline, his mobility allows him to approach the net with ease, and early in the encounter with Pouille, he was effective with the backhand volley. He can generate power on his forehand, and the fact he is adept on clay, illustrated by winning the 2017 French Open Junior title, suggests he can break into the top 100 this year should he stay fit. Popyrin's shot selection at times against Pouille went astray, reflected in his 56 unforced errors, but improved discipline will come with greater maturity. He had already given an indication of his potential in his earlier victories at Melbourne Park, matches in which he did not lose a set, nor drop serve. Earlier, Bolt showed courage in his 6-3, 6-3, 6-2 loss to 4th seed and one of the pre-tournament favourites, Alexander Zverev. It was only 3 years ago Bolt was working on a construction site after becoming disillusioned with tennis, but he has reason to be proud of his effort, as his playing style troubled Zverev at times on Rod Laver Arena. Scouting reports among the men's game suggest Zverev is not ready to win a major, in light of the fact he has only advanced beyond the 4th round once before. But he did all he had to do against an opponent he was always expected to beat, claiming 6 service breaks and dropping serve only once, and will next play 16th seed Milos Raonic in the 4th round. Halep beats Venus to set up meeting with Serena would be a match befitting of an Australian Open final, but world number 1 Simona Halep will face 7-time champion Serena Williams at an earlier date in the 4th round. Halep booked the meeting with the 23-time major singles champion by comprehensively beating the older of the Williams sisters, Venus, 6-2, 6-3 on Margaret Court Arena. The Romanian had been unimpressive in her opening 2 matches at the Open, both 3-setters, and she had arrived in Melbourne somewhat underdone after her 2018 season was cut short by a back injury. But the 2 tough hitouts against Kaia Kanepi and Sofia Kenin gave the reigning French Open champion some much-needed match practice, and she showed more than a glimpse of her best form against Venus Williams. Halep has won only one of her 9 career head-to-head meetings on the WTA Tour against Serena Williams. "It's always great to play against Serena because every time I have to learn something from the match," said Halep, who lost last year's final to Caroline Wozniacki. Venus Williams, who described Halep's performance as pretty flawless, said she would be on hand if her sister wanted any tips. "I don't know if Serena needs my help or not," she said. "If she does, I'll be there." Topics: Sport, Tennis, Australian Open, Melbourne 3000. First posted January 20, 2019. 1 hour 11 minutes and 0 seconds.